How's everyone doing? Great. All right, glad you found it okay. So good evening and welcome to the 2016-2017 Co Curricular Awards ceremony. I would first like to thank all of the family members and friends of our awardees that came out tonight to support our students. I would also like to thank the AIC faculty, staff, and administration for your continued support of the co-curricular experience. Thank you all for being here. My name is Matthew Scott and I serve as the Dean of Students here, serve all of the students here, and I work very closely with all of them, so I'm honored to be here with all of you tonight. The Co-Curricular Awards ceremony is designed to recognize the outstanding accomplishments of our students that they have achieved outside of the classroom throughout the last year. While there are many students involved in various clubs, organizations, community service activities, and programming initiatives, tonight we honor the students that consistently go above and beyond in their co-curricular pursuits and inspire others to do more, think differently, and be better. Students that are involved in co-curricular pursuits are far more likely to remain in college and ultimately graduate. Co-curricular experiences allow students to develop their leadership skills and utilize their classroom learning in practical applications. The growth and development that occurs within a student during these co-curricular experiences will last a lifetime and serve each of them well in their future endeavors. The students honored here tonight have already had a major impact on the American International College community in more ways than they know. Whether in their tireless advocacy for underrepresented student populations so that every student feels they are a valued member of the AIC community, their long nights working on the Student Government Association Constitution, where they revised, debated, revised, and debated some more to ensure it represented the best interest of all students. Or their intense practice and rehearsal schedules to perform phenomenal shows on campus, such as the Queen Bee's Dance Team Showcase, Pride Fashion Show, and the musical happening this weekend in Chicago. The students here tonight step up when others will not. They show up even when they work multiple jobs, have a double major, have outside family commitments, are on executive boards of multiple clubs, and play on a D2 or D1 athletic team. The students recognized tonight do not do what they do because they have to. They do what they do because they care about others and often put others before themselves. They are the heart and soul of this institution, and the reason we come to work every day excited for the next challenge they throw at us. To all the nominees here tonight, I know you do not do what you do for a pat on the back or any formal recognition. I know that many of you feel uncomfortable when people give you praise or celebrate your accomplishments, because to you, it is just what you do. Tonight, please take it all in and allow us to celebrate your accomplishments with you. Remember, you are valued. Your efforts do not go unnoticed, and whether you can see it right now or not, you all should be very proud of what you have all already accomplished. I know I am. Again, welcome to the 2016-2017 Co Curricular Awards. I would now like to welcome up to the stage our Director of Residence Life and Student Conduct, Alex Cross, who works for me.
Good evening. I have the honor this evening of awarding the John Homer Emerging Leadership Award. This award is given to first-year or sophomore students who have demonstrated leadership early in their college career. John Homer Miller served as acting president of AIC from 1948 to 1950. Under his young but visionary leadership, the college acquired the Reed Estate, now the Edgewood Gardens campus, and provided the needed resources for organized and structured student activities and leadership development programs. I'm going to call out all of the people that have received this award tonight, and I'm going to ask them to come to the stage, and then I'm going to read a little bit about all of them. I ask that you hold your applause until the end. Our first recipient is Lajourje Blanca. Our next is Janet Issa, Alyssa Guyan, Daisy Liz LeBron Sanchez, Justin Lipscomb, Jonathan Murray, Astrid Ramos Preciado, Daniela Rivera, David Tobe, and Dante Woods. is a sophomore international business major, a sprinter on the track and field team, and is part of the Impact Living Learning community. She's involved in her residence hall council and serves as an AIC sophomore peer mentor. Our next is Janet Issa. She's a freshman biochem and pre-medicine major and is part of AIC's dance team, the Queen Bees, Pride, and the International Club. Additionally, she works at the Boys and Girls Club in Springfield. Alyssa Guyan is a sophomore human bio major in which she spends a lot of time conducting academic research in the classroom. Additionally, she is on the women's basketball team and the track team. Daisy is a freshman criminal justice and psychology major. She's extremely involved in our ACE program here on campus, and she's also been involved in multiple community service efforts this year. Justin is a sophomore business communications major. He wants to use his major to not only start his own fashion clothing line, he also wants to start a modeling agency and a photography business. He's on the track and field team and involved in Pride. John Murray is a sophomore OT major. He's on the soccer team, and he also serves as a representative on SAC. He is also the sophomore class president, which he won by write-in vote. Angie is a sophomore double major in English and political science. She came to the U.S. when she was only 10 and has been advancing her co-curricular experience since then. She plays women's rugby, is involved in the ACE program, and involved in our honors program. Daniela is a freshman sports management major. She's in the ACE program, and she's also on our AIC cheer team. And finally, David is a freshman nursing major. He's on the football team and is part of ACE and has participated in many events on campus and is also part of SGA. So let's give him a round of applause. Thank you so much. Congratulations to all of you. I would next like to invite Colin McQuaid up for the Student Life Recognition Award.
Hello, everyone. So the Student Life Recognition Award is awarded to a student or students who have directly impacted the improvement of an existing program, initiated a new program, or formed a new organization on campus. I have the unique pleasure of giving this award to a student who is very near and dear to me. When I started here, I advised the Student Activities Board, and this student was one of the first students that I got to directly advise. He had a huge impact in the Impact program, developing and initiating the Tier 2 model, and I'd like to welcome Antoine Blusser to the stage. So it's not often in my field that I get to see an undergraduate student take a program and run with it and create and innovate and do it at the level that Antoine did. That is graduate and professional level work, and so again, just huge round of applause for him. I would now like to bring our Associate Dean of Students, Kim Beebe, to the stage.
Thank you, Colin. Good evening, everybody. I am going to be presenting the Ingenuity Award, and the Ingenuity Award is presented to students who have shown a high level of creativity, uniqueness, and ingenuity in the design and delivery of programs. The student receiving this award is a physical therapy major with a minor in psychology. has been involved in many different experiences on campus, including the pep band, the Lions Club, as well as being a resident assistant, college steps peer mentor, and first year mentor. Even with doing all of that, she has also found time to run cross-country, indoor track, outdoor track, and in 2017, she was named the captain of the team. She was also represented on the all-academic team for cross-country. It is my pleasure to present the Ingenuity Award to Jennifer Fanning. And at this time, I would like to bring Christopher Mercurio, Director of Campus Recreation, to the stage.
How are you, Christopher? This is my mother yelled at me. Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Mercurio, Director of Campus Recreation. I have the honor and privilege to present tonight the Distinguished Service Award, which is awarded to students or student not necessarily in a leadership position who demonstrate loyalty and commitment to the enhancement of student life. I have my phone here for a little bit of notes because I had to make sure I do this right. So the student that has won this award this year, I had the privilege of meeting on the first day of school when they were freshmen. They were probably 110 pounds soaking wet, loves chicken fingers, asked how they were in the hive, only eats chicken fingers and fries, asked if the school had pasta without sauce. Couple things, a few other things as well. Oh, pizza without sauce. He'll only eat it with plain white sauce. Andrew Iavana, please come on up. So I won't be as quick because I have some things to say about Andrew. The Distinguished Service Award really goes to a student who has really enhanced the program on campus. Andrew, as most of you know, is our student supervisor for intramurals. Andrew started off as a club baseball player. That's how I met him his first day. Loved it. Didn't work for us his freshman year, but we knew we had somebody. Jeff Bennett, who was our former assistant director for intramurals, he hired Andrew and said, I think this guy's got a lot of promise. Let's see what happens. Here he is now. Next year, he's going to have a graduate assistantship for intramurals and club sports at the State University of New York at Albany, which is awesome for him. Andrew is taking the intramural program outside of AIC. He officiates at our regional flag football tournaments. He officiated at the regional basketball tournaments. The first student that I know in the 13 years I've been here that has ever done that. And he has gone above and beyond running intramurals this year. Colin said in our meeting, I think Andrew's done more for intramurals than Chris has in the past 2 years. And I might agree with that. I probably do agree with that. I have a couple quotes from people Andrew's worked with that I wanted to just read to him really quick. Read out loud. During the time I've supervised Andrew, I witnessed his ability to lead, demonstrating how to problem solve and troubleshoot efficiently, leading by example, and his diligent work ethic. Most importantly, his ability to work with and guide many students. After a semester of interning for class credit, once again, Andrew impressed me by asking if he could stay on for another semester for nothing more than experience to grow as a campus rec professional. I thank you, Andrew, for all you have done for Springfield College Campus Recreation Department, and I owe you some Chick-fil-A. Tom Verico. And once again, congratulations, Andrew Iavana. I now welcome Tori LeWine and Colin McQuaid to come present.
We have the honor to award and present the Who's Who's Among Students in American Universities and Colleges Award tonight. This award is awarded to juniors and seniors who have demonstrated personal growth through sustained leadership in clubs, organizations, athletics, and in the community while serving as positive role models both in and out of the classroom. These students are nationally recognized in the annual publication of Who's Who Among Students in American Universities and Colleges. The students that will stand before you in a minute are hard workers, they are your student leaders, they are students during the day and programmers at night. They do a little bit of everything, and we could try to thank them throughout the year, but you can never thank them enough for all that they give back to AIC and their peers. So, without further, anyways, Colin.
Appreciate it. So first, we're going to have you all stand in place as we say your name. So stand where you are in the crowd, and then we'll give you a little round of applause. Sound good? Yes? Everybody agree? Nod? Okay. Cameron Akers, Ashley Alvarado, Crystal Ansong, Bianca Ardu, Jasmine Bear, Antoine Bluster, Dana Bramble, Danielle Campbell, Emily Cormier, Cassandra Trudeau, Drasir Dixon, Devontae Dillon, Mohammed Diriye, Witchy Exelon, Jennifer Fannin, Allison Gavin, Rebecca Gray, Bridget Grimm, Andrew Iavana, Taylor James Metherin, Jessica Lawler, Emily Marini, Marissa Najarian, Sierra Naughton, Robbie Olari, Joseph Petrone, Tiana Powell, Dante Raggio, Lindsay Richmond, Kiana Robinson, Zachary Rodriguez, Alana Rubin, Serena Shutter, Sebastian Tamayo, Michelle Vital, Demetria Wood, and Sterling. So, just to give you guys a little more insight, standing in front of you, you have sometimes multiple of these things, these major achievements that I'm about to read off. You have double majors, student ambassadors, multiple honor societies, presidents and vice presidents of the many clubs and organizations that we have on this campus, ranging from student government to activities boards and cultural clubs. You have orientation leaders, RAs. You have student leaders from Haiti, from Kenya, athletes who play soccer, football, lacrosse, and many other sports. You have people who do work study with Campus Rec, student engagement, and other offices on campus. You have tutors, the editor-in-chief of the newspaper, yearbook photographers, and various participants in community service projects. These students are why we on this stage show up to work every day. It's for the successes that they have that we are here. So again, another round of applause. So, I am going to read the names one more time. And as we do, please come up and accept your award.
Cameron Akers.
Ashley Alvarado.
Crystal Ansong.
Bianca Ardu.
Jasmine Bear.
Antoine, get back up here, buddy.
Dana Bramble.
Danielle Campbell.
Emily Cormier.
Cassandra Trudeau.
Drasir Dixon.
Devontae Dillon.
Mohammed Diriye.
Witchy Exelon.
Cameron Akers. Jennifer Fannin.
Kylie Gavin.
Rebecca Gray.
Bridget Grimm.
Andrew Iavana.
Taylor James Matherin.
Jessica Lawler.
Devontae Dillon. Emily Marini.
Marissa Nigerian.
Sierra Nine.
Robbie Oliari. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, Robbie. Robbie Oliari. Robbie Olari. I tried, right? I'm sorry.
Joseph Patron.
Tiana Powell.
Dante Rashido.
Lindsay Richmond.
Kiana Robinson.
Zachary Rodriguez.
Alana Rubin.
Serena Shooter. Oh, sorry.
Sebastian Tamayo.
Michelle Leitao.
Demetria Wood.
And Arthur Sterling Yankee III.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your student leaders. How about another round of applause? I would now like to welcome back Matthew Scott and Karen McGovern for the next award.
Good evening. Good evening, everyone. I have the honor of presenting the Taper Yearbook dedication tonight. The Yearbook of American International College was first published in 1936. The Taper's first editor was Ms. Persis Stark, a senior in the class of 1936. A campus-wide contest was sponsored to choose its name. After a great deal of debate, the taper, a candle that symbolized the guiding light of the college as well as the college's motto, Post Tenebra Lux, after darkness there is light, was chosen. The book was dedicated to Chester McGowan, then president of AIC, whose name is honored on one of the college's highest awards to be given later this evening. Other names from the history of the college are immortalized in the first edition, including Henrietta Littlefield, the college's first director of student activities and namesake of another esteemed award presented later this evening. The foreword to the first edition reads as follows. The class of 1936 presents to the student body this first college yearbook with the hope that it will bind us closer and closer together with its records of AIC. Left unaided, our memories grow hazy. The taper will recall those happy days by the symbols it presents of our growth and achievements. To you, we pass on this light. Keep it bright and clear. The light of the taper continues to shine on, and its 81st annual publication is dedicated tonight to Terrence O'Neill. Following are some student reflections about Terrence. I worked with Terrence as a first-year mentor in the AIC program. He's always willing to help students regardless of if they're in the program or not. He's always walking around campus talking to students in the Hive and the Stinger. He definitely goes the extra mile to be connected to students. And then I have another one. It's hard to put into words the kind of guy that Terrence is. He's the one you go to for every single college issue, from class selection to friend drama to family hardships. First-generation college students feel lost, and Terrence is the one that shows us the ropes. He's more than an advisor. He becomes like a family member because he genuinely cares about all your life issues and does everything he can to get you through the most stressful times. So another round of applause. And now I'd like to invite Colin Quaid and Christopher Mercurio to present Program of the Year Award.
All right, for this award, we are doing the lovely Program of the Year Awards. So I would like to bring up anyone who's on the intramural staff. Can you please come up?
And everyone on my SAB board, please.
A couple of wise guys up there. All right. So this year's recipient for the Program of the Year Award was the SAB Intramural Powder Puff tournament or Powder Puff championship game that we had back during homecoming week. A little history about Powder Puff here at AIC. We started, I believe, in 2006. President Maniaci came here and was like, "You guys should have women's football." He's got a lot of crazy ideas. That wasn't one of the crazy ideas. He wanted us to do like chicken fights on slip and slides and those types of things. But Powder Puff was his idea. He wanted it. He wanted it to be tackle. And let me tell you, the first 2 years, we did have semi-tackle Powder Puff football. We decided, after 2 ambulance and concussions that second year, that we would no longer have Powder Puff tackle football, and it became a flag. And it, most like a lot of student programs on campus, you have that group that wants something or really jumps on it, and for 4 years, it thrives, 4 or 5 years, and then, as many programs it disappears. But then this past year, the idea of Powder Puff came up, and I'll let Colin take over, but I thought that the program was absolutely tremendous. The amount of people that showed up that didn't play, to see that many people on the turf field on a very nice fall night was outstanding.
So like Chris mentioned, there are times where you see a program sort of fade out with the students as they graduate. And Powder Puff was one of the events that had the risk of doing that. And the students that we have on stage with me right now brought it all the way back. It's a tradition that is going to stand for, I believe, a long, long time. And it is because of the success from this event this year. So another round of applause.
And now that plaque will hang up in our Co Curricular Hall of Fame for eternity. And now I would like to bring Kim Deavy back to the stage.
I am now presenting the Volunteer of the Year Award. The Volunteer of the Year Award is awarded to a student who has worked in a volunteer capacity in a consistent and selfless manner. The student receiving this award is a junior in the Occupational Therapy Program, the president of the Lions Club and Christian organization on campus, as well as a resident advisor and e-board member of Model Congress. When she graduates from AIC, she plans on working in the school system and spent last summer volunteering at a daycare in Ecuador. It is my pleasure to present the Volunteer of the Year Award to Bianca Aradu. O'Shaughnessy, Vice President of Student Affairs, to come to the stage.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I want to re-congratulate those that were inducted to Who's Who. I think we overwhelmed the organization this year. Normally we induct about 18, 20 students a year. We were over 30 this year. Some of the certificates they sent us got screwed up, so if you have one that doesn't match other people's or it's because it didn't come in correctly, and you will get it soon, I swear. Most of them came in, I think they came in yesterday, Patty, or something to that effect, so we didn't have time to get that corrected. So my apologies, but you are all equally important to us, and it is a great honor to be inducted into Who's Who. I was inducted once, so obviously it's a great honor. So. Just kidding. So tonight I have the pleasure of presenting the Naomi White Innes Award. The intro to this award is a little bit longer than most. It's a lot longer than most, actually. It's because I knew personally and greatly admired its namesake. And I think it's really important for current students and for their families to learn of Naomi's impact at AIC. Naomi White Innes was a colleague, a mentor, and most importantly, a friend of mine for over 17 years until her passing in 2014. She's a person who shaped my early career as a college administrator, and I sought her ear and advice on a daily basis, and she's a person that I think of very often. Though I didn't actually meet Naomi personally until I was in my 20s, she impacted my life at a young age as well. Naomi was a well-known and respected community leader in the Springfield area. I grew up watching her local Channel 40 TV show called Heritage Corner. Heritage Corner was a 15-minute show that came on sometime early in the morning after that test pattern went away and the national anthem played, but before morning cartoons started. It's likely that no one under 40 in this crowd will understand what that means, but those of you over 40, I know that you understand what a test pattern in the morning national anthem is. Naomi's show taught me that there was a world outside my suburban town. From Heritage Corner, I learned that not all people look the same, not all people live the same, ate the same, or believe the same. Heritage Corner and Naomi White Innes also taught me that despite this, people are really more alike than they are different. Her show celebrated those who struggled with challenges and adversity and succeeded in overcoming them. Naomi sought social change through presenting the best of all people and celebrating them, and through an appreciation of life's blessings. That's how Naomi sought to fight injustice in the world. That's how Naomi impacted thousands of students at AIC. And that is why the success of every student and young professional she influenced and touched is her legacy. It's a powerful legacy that we can only hope to replicate. Naomi faced many challenges in life that informed her approach and her celebration of people. She was born in New York City in the late 1930s to an interracial family. Her upbringing was not easy. Naomi did not let any hate that crossed her path breed more hate and dictate her future. People did not come to know Naomi because of her past struggles. People came to know her through her success and, more importantly, her great love for others. Naomi led by example, through her passion to find and celebrate the best in people, and through her caring. She had no expectation that society owed her a thing, or anyone or anything. She had every expectation that the individual person had an obligation to improve society, and that the individual AIC student had an obligation to improve themselves and their college. During the 1970s, Naomi came to AIC as a strong, articulate woman with the purpose of being a champion of civil rights. at a college that was progressive enough to provide such an opportunity. She was empowered to and made AIC a place for all manners and forms of difference, not just solely based on race. At a time when difference was feared more than embraced, and such opportunity and inclusivity was not common at most colleges. She was a founding advisor of one of our oldest student organizations, Persons Ready in Defense of Ebony, a student organization with a civil rights, social justice, and cultural education mission that translates into the acronym she lived by, PRIDE, Pride. For those of you who knew Naomi's successor, Keyshawn Dodds, when I appointed him to replace her in 2012, he said to me, "You know, you're really asking me to replace Oprah." I laughed and said, "No, Keyshawn, it would be way easier to replace Oprah. No one can possibly replace Naomi." The Naomi White Innes Award is presented to the student who has triumphed over adversity, worked to bring the American International College community together, and exhibits the leadership qualities of Naomi White Innes, who served for 40 years as Director of Multicultural Affairs. It's an honor to present the Naomi White Innes Award to the student who lives life like her. That awardee is Taylor James Mathurin. Unfortunately, Taylor is part of AIC's production of Chicago, which makes its world premiere tomorrow night in the Griswold Theater. You should all go see it. 7 p.m. on Friday, 7 p.m. on Saturday, and 2 p.m. on Sunday. And you know, though it's unfortunate that Taylor can't be here tonight, I think that she does exhibit everything that Naomi lived her life and exemplified. Taylor's a junior. She's a double major in psychology and theater arts. Taylor continues the White Innes legacy by leading Pride as its vice president. Taylor was actively involved in the organization of the Fall 26 Unity Day. That's a program that Naomi created. It brings all 7 area colleges together for a day of cultural celebration. It was one of Naomi's favorite traditions. I would attend it each year that I knew her, with her. And I know that she would be thrilled if this program continues, so I want to congratulate Taylor, and let's go see her this weekend in Chicago. Now, we introduce Matthew Scott, Dean of Students.
I'm not going to mess up any names this time. All right. So established in 2002 by Dr. Joseph Leviton, in memory of his brother Harry S. Leviton, class of 1943, Harry Leviton went on to a rewarding career in education, helping others to achieve their dreams. This award is presented to an AIC student who displays Henry Leviton's admirable personal qualities of courage, integrity, honor, respect, loyalty, duty, and service to American International College. The recipient of this year's Harry S. Leviton Award is Rebecca Gray. So Rebecca is a graduating senior majoring in economics and finance, and served as the Model Congress General Chairperson for 3 years, including this year. Rebecca was also the president of the student political organization POWER, and works as a writing tutor on campus, a resident advisor, and has served as the orientation coordinator, and as well as a first-year mentor. Rebecca has been an integral part of the Student Government Association here at AIC, and served as the student body president this year. Last night was actually her last Senate meeting, where she had to pass the gavel. Rebecca has led with integrity, gained the respect of the staff and her fellow students, and has constantly gone above and beyond in her service to AIC. One of her nominators wrote, "Rebecca is the most dedicated and loyal student to AIC I have met. She is very proud of AIC and appreciative of her experience. Becca is a responsible student leader, and I am constantly impressed by how much she does and how she still maintains good grades. Becca has brought so much to the AIC community and has dedicated all of her time throughout college to AIC. Please join me in congratulating Rebecca on her program." Next award, the Chester S. McGowan Award is the next award. Chester S. McGowan served as college president for 35 years, from 1911 to 1946, through 2 world wars and the Great Depression. Such times demanded a steadfast and savvy leader. 100 students attended AIC at the beginning of his administration, comprised of mostly immigrants from Southern and Eastern Europe, as well as American-born children of immigrants. During the Second World War, immigration policy in the United States made it much more difficult, if not impossible, for students to study in America. President McGowan, through his leadership, navigated this challenge. Tonight's recipients of the Chester S. McGowan Award represent such dedicated leadership. The recipients, I'm going to have them, there's 2, are going to come to the stage so I can talk about them. The recipients of this year's Chester S. McGowan Award are Jessica Lawler and Beast Mode Bridget Grimm. So Jessica is a graduating senior majoring in biology and is a member of the Women's Lacrosse team. She has worked as an intramural supervisor for a number of years, is the vice president of the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, and the vice president of the Science Club. Jessica also volunteers every week at the Bay State Medical Center emergency room and works as a biology tutor on campus. The person who nominated Jessica states, "She is the definition of a true leader without needing the title of captain or president. She guides in the shadows, and her talents are hardly recognized." Congratulations, Jessica. Bridget is a graduating senior majoring in public health and is the outgoing president of the Student Activities Board. Bridget has also been a resident advisor for 3 years, has been the residential representative in the Student Government Association, and has previously served as an orientation leader, first-year mentor, a member of the Lions Club, and a member of Model Congress. Bridget also served as an advisor to one of AIC's Residence Hall Councils and was an integral part of the reopening and programming efforts of the Stinger Pub here on campus. One of her nominators wrote, "She never backs down from a challenge and excels at everything she does. Many students look up to Bridget's ability to take on anything and succeed." Congratulations, Bridget. And I'd now like to invite Colin McQuaid back to the stage.
Hello again. How is everyone? It's okay to answer. Never mind. Okay. So, I'm going to present the Henrietta Littlefield Award. Professor Henrietta Littlefield played a critical role in the development of AIC. She was a professor of German and was the first to organize the student activities, and thus the birth of a developmental model for co-curricular life at the college. She is the namesake of this award issued each year to a woman in the senior class who demonstrates Professor Littlefield's qualities of leadership. Professor Littlefield was a pioneer of her age, being both a strong role model, a senior college administrator, and the founder of what student affairs staff does each day at this college. Tonight we honor one student who carries on the Littlefield legacy. Sierra Naughton, please come down. So, front and center. So, as I have learned from advising several groups on campus, there are students that you will have that will absolutely push you to be the best that you can be at your job. Sierra does that every single day because when you say never backs down from a confrontation, this is the biggest love-hate relationship you will ever see in the history of student affairs. There are days where she would walk into my office, take one look at me, and walk straight out. However, having said that, she has also been the backbone of several organizations, and if you ask some of the students in this room who is the rock that they lean on when it comes to several of the programs, several of the organizations, and just about anything else in student life here at AIC, it would be Sierra. From Activities Board, Residence Life, to everything else she has been intertwined with. She has been nothing but a success, and like I said, one of the biggest rocks on campus. So, round of applause. I would now like to invite Brian O'Shaughnessy back to the stage.
I get to do closing remarks, I promise. There's only about 37 and a half pages, so we'll be out of here real soon. Tonight's program is the first of a trio of traditional end-of-the-year celebrations of student success that lead up to commencement. On Monday of next week, we celebrate athletic leadership and perseverance. And on Tuesday, we celebrate academic success. These ceremonies come at a really good time of the year because it's very stressful, and these ceremonies remind us that the stress is all worth it because of the success that we're celebrating. Much like my mentor and friend Naomi White-Innes, I hope we can take time to appreciate what we do have here at AIC, what we can celebrate, and how we can grow together and have even more to celebrate next year. Except for you seniors, but you'll come back and visit us, I'm sure. We have honored present student leaders tonight by connecting them to the memory of AIC leaders of the past. These 5 names are just a sample of the students, staff, and faculty from AIC who have changed the world. John Homer Miller, Naomi White-Innes, Harry S. Leviton, Charles S. McGowan, and Henrietta Littlefield. Though times were different, the struggle of challenge and the pride of success are 2 feelings that don't change. Our Dean of Students, Matthew Scott, indicated in his opening remarks that tonight's honorees all stepped up. They each made things happen. They each have made an impact on who we are at AIC today, whether we knew about them before tonight or not. AIC is not a perfect place, and quite frankly, it never will be. Though it will never be perfect, AIC and those that make up its community and family can strive to be better. Last year, we put that goal into 2 words: higher dedication, as seen on the reverse of tonight's program. In closing, I wanted to take the time to acknowledge a member of the AIC staff with a Higher Dedication Award. Previously named the Spirit of 1885 Award, the Higher Dedication Award is presented to a member of AIC's faculty or staff who personifies AIC's central core value of higher dedication by impacting students and colleagues daily in both significant and simple ways. Tonight, I present this award to Dean of Students, Matthew Scott. So this past summer, some unexpected staff departures occurred within the division that unfortunately were in positions that were very high interaction and had high student impact. Recognizing this, Matt stepped up. I didn't ask him to. AIC certainly didn't pay him to. He just did it. Matt immersed himself in areas that were not his direct responsibility, and most importantly, put students first and self second. Anyone who sees Matt's calendar knows how jam-packed it is, starting before and ending after normal business hours each day. Matt is one of the most organized people I know and balances his schedule in ways that I could not possibly accomplish. Matt's organization, talent, and higher dedication to students and AIC was so impressive in temporarily overseeing these areas that it just seemed logical to me to make them all his direct responsibilities moving forward. And in January, he became the college's 6th Dean of Students. As Matt knows, I often compare people to fictional characters, and I'm certain he really just wants me to stop talking right now. For a short span of time, as Chris Mercurio may recall, students and staff often referred to me as Obi-Wan Kenobi. Students who messed up thought so because I was essentially their only hope. Staff thought of me as a wise old hermit. I think some of them still do. I stress the old hermit part because the wise part is certainly not true. And I know that Obi-Wan Kenobi is only wise because of all the learning that occurred after screwing up his own training and screwing up the training of his apprentice. So it was really only by accident that he became wise. So hopefully I'm not responsible for creating any Darth Vaders out there, but you can never tell. Matt is very different. Matt is the other side of sci-fi. Matt is Mr. Spock. Spock is always logical. Matt is always logical. Spock is always organized. Matt is always organized. Spock always gives the right advice even when you don't want to hear it and it drives you crazy. Matt does the same. Spock always keeps himself in check, though on occasion he uses colorful metaphors. Matt does the same, though he uses colorful metaphors a little bit more often. Spock sacrifices himself for others, and Matt sacrifices himself for others. Spock always does each of these things without losing touch of his human side and emotions, and Matt does the same. For Matt and Spock, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few, or the one. But, since I'm Obi-Wan, I must stick to my quotes from my own movie character, and I say this to Matthew. Matthew, you are both strong and wise, and you have become a far greater dean of students than I could ever have dreamed to be. I'm still a way better Jedi, though. I'm proud to present to you AIC's Higher Dedication Award. Live long and prosper. In closing, for real this time, AIC is physically made of bricks and mortar, but it has a soul that's made up by its students. Just like most people who want to make the world a better place but don't always agree on how, students, faculty, and administration want to make AIC a better, thriving place, but we don't always agree on how. That is where the student leaders and the emerging leaders recognized tonight play a critical role. It's also where those who support the student leaders and emerging leaders tonight play an equally key role. Congratulations to you all. There are way too many people to thank personally tonight, but on behalf of the students and the Division of Student Affairs, we want to thank Patty Scaglarini, who's hiding behind the flags, who is outside of the flags, Patty. Patty always ensures the success of this event that celebrates the best in AIC students. She drives us crazy every day for about 6 weeks. But the result of that craziness is the event tonight, and it is all due to Patty. With that, I invite you to now eat, to live long and prosper. May the force be with you always, and have a great night. Thank you.